Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Excellent. Good to see everybody. We're just making a few people co-hosts here, and
Huh?
we're going to get going here in just a minute. So, welcome. We are so
Yes.
excited to see everybody.
It's the boy gang. Woo
It is. Hello,
How do I
hello.
make sure it's turned off?
Okay, you guys, we are so fired up for all of you. Excited everybody's on. We're going to get going here in just about 60 to 90 seconds, and we'll dive right in. But we're fired up. You guys are all with us. Look at everybody. Everybody give a wave and say hi.
Hello.
Okay, welcome. Hey, a little bit of housekeeping as we get going here. So if you are a brand new guest, like you're looking at this for the first time, I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody real fast. Hang on. If you're looking at this for the first time, okay, and you are just taking a look at this is your brand new, very first introduction to what we're doing here. First of all, go ahead and drop in where you are in the chat section. Okay, I want you to drop in the state that you are jumping on from. And then we are going to be doing a drawing at the very, very end. And I'll probably recruit my wife to help me here to do this, but we're going to do a drawing at the end, and it's for $100 gift card for the people that this is your first time. Okay, if you're already on board with us and part of the team, then you don't qualify. This is for brand new guests. And if you are a guest, you absolutely have to stick around and be on the call when we make the drawing. Okay, so first drop in where you're logging in from, where you're watching from, and then also drop in who the person that invited you, whether you saw someone's post, whether they called you, whatever, whoever's name that was. Go ahead and drop that in the chat as well, so we can kind of keep track of who's all on here, and we just want to welcome everybody. So again, we're going to do a drawing at the very end for $100 Amazon gift card, strictly for the brand new associates. And boys, I apologize, we didn't even discuss that at the end, so we'll just kind of or at the beginning, we'll kind of just get after it here, and we'll coordinate at the very end. So I think my wife is on here. Min, are you on? I don't know if you can unmute.
Hello, yes, I'm here. If you want
Okay.
to make me a co-host, then I can help out.
Yes. And will you help out with the drawing at the end?
Yep, I
Okay.
got it.
Okay. And I'll have you probably just lead that.
Yep, got
Okay.
it.
All right. Thanks, son. Okay, guys, we are going to just dive in, and I want to welcome you all to our event tonight. We are so excited you guys are all on. We have some absolutely incredible information that we're going to be going over with all of you tonight. And look, I hope that tonight we provide some value for you. Because look, I don't know where you're at. Before I dive in, let me make a little bit of an introduction. My name's Jeremy Diebel. I'm going to introduce you to some of my business partners here in a little bit. We have Donnie Carroll that's on. We have Clay Richards is on. And we have Jeff Belville and Darren Dowd. All of these men are absolute legends in the industry that we're a part of, and are just incredible leaders, not only in their families and their churches, but in this business as well, and just doing some really, really incredible things. And I could not be more excited to be on with them tonight, or more honored to call them partners and friends. So we'll get into that here in a little bit. But before I dive in and just tell you, get into the details, let me just tell you a little bit about me and why I'm so fired up about what we have going on here. So to give you a little bit of a background, my wife and we've been married for, geez, I think it's 33 years now. And we've always been business owners. Now, some of the businesses were great to be a part of. Some were not so much fun to be a part of. And that's kind of how business goes. But back in '05, okay, I was running one of our companies, and I don't even know if you can relate to this or not, but I owned the business, but the business really owned me. I was working insane hours, like 90 plus hours a week. I traveled all over the country. I never saw my family, and I just hit a point where I was done. I call that hitting the wall. And I woke up one day and I'm like, there's got to be a better way. So I really started diving in and researching and trying to figure out a way that I could, create a little bit better lifestyle instead of me working and traveling ridiculous hours. I wanted to have a little bit more freedom. I want to have some time, some money, and really be able to do the things that I wanted to do. And that's when I got reintroduced to this industry. And I caught the vision of being able to build and create a residual income. Now, if you have residual income, you know how incredible it is. If you've ever lived on it, you know that there's nothing better. If not, I'm telling you, you need to get some residual income in your life because it absolutely is the very best. And we went out and we went to we had an opportunity presented to us, and we just went into attack mode. And in about a 3.5 year period of time, we were able to build up well over a 7-figure a year residual income. Now, if those of you that are trying to do math, 7 figures, that's well over $1 million a year residually. Now, that was absolutely incredible. We've lived on residual income ever since, and it's absolutely amazing. But there were some reasons why that happened. So if you think back to '06, okay, what happened in '06? That's when the economy tanked. That's when it started going down. So everybody was looking for an opportunity. They were hurting. They were nervous about what was going to happen to their businesses. And we had an opportunity. And we also had a very incredible opportunity. We were a part, along with Mr. Darren Dowd, of launching the very first video phone. So before Zoom, before FaceTime and that, we had an actual physical video phone. So we had this incredible product. We had an opportunity and people were looking, and we went out and we just exploded. And it was without a doubt by far the best thing that we've ever done. Now, the reason I tell you that is because of where we're at today. So if you're a business owner, or if you've ever wanted to be a business owner, I'm telling you, one of the number one thing and the one of the most important things is timing. Timing in business is everything. The reason we were exploded was because of timing with the product and timing with how the economy was. Now think about where we're at right now. Okay. People have been really nervous about the economy. They're looking for opportunities, not sure what's happening. And, we don't know how long it's going to take for the economy to rebound. We think pretty fast, but who knows? But the reality is we have an opportunity, and my friend Mr. Belleville is going to really dive into some of the products. But we launched a product about 12 months ago that is absolutely incredible. Now, the reason this hits home for me is I'm just going to tell you a really fast story. Then I'm going to pass it to my friend, Mr. Belleville. So he's going to introduce a product that tens of millions of people are praying for a solution for. My family and I have been some of those people. When I was in my early 30s, I watched my mom pass away from the effects of being diabetic. Okay, now we watched that big struggle, so that put a fear of our having dysregulated blood sugar levels and all kinds of stuff. So we were always looking for a way to manage our blood sugar levels and really watch that. Well, so think about how many people that worry about that struggle with it. And we have something that can absolutely help them. And I'm so grateful that we have this. So the timing of what we have going on there is absolutely huge. Now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to share my screen because I want to tell you why this is so huge. And we're going to just kind of jump in really fast here. We're going to dive into how this business works and all of the details. Okay. And this business that we're going to go over is no different than any business out there. Okay. Every business really functions off of volume. The more volume that a business does, the more money that you can make. And so this is very similar. It functions the same way, but it's a lot like affiliate marketing. When you're an affiliate marketer, you represent a parent company and then you sell their products. The more volume that you do, allows you to make more money. Well, our parent company is Tranont, and Tranont actually started as a financial services company. We were an education company. We then transitioned into being a health company as well. But we started in 2013, educating people on their finances, really taking the knowledge that when you think about the fact that wealthy people know things about money that the average person doesn't, we could take that same information and pass it on to the average person and help educate them. So we were an education company. Then we transitioned into a health company as well, because we all know that if your health goes, really everything else doesn't matter until you get your health back in line. So we could educate people about that as well. And we have absolutely done amazing things. So Tranont's our parent company, and they started, like I said, back in 2013. We've now been featured in Inc. magazine. In fact, in our industry, we were rated the 23rd fastest growing company in our industry, and in our category. So we're very, very proud of that. We're very proud of the growth. We now operate in the United States, Canada, Puerto Rico, India, and we just launched Australia. We operate over in Europe a little bit as well. And we are just so perfectly positioned for a massive explosion over the next few years. It's absolutely just incredible. So I don't want to take any more time because we're going to try to cover a lot of information very, very quickly here. But I want to introduce you to one of my very dear friends and business partners, Mr. Jeff Belleville is one of the top leaders in our entire company. He's really been responsible for launching our company all over the West Coast and taking this business over into India and doing some really amazing things. And there isn't anybody better for you to hear this information from than Mr. Jeff Belleville. So, Jeff, are you there, sir?
I am. Thank you so much, Mr. Diebel.
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, man. I'm fired up. This has been life-changing, and I just was having some flashbacks because we definitely saw your leadership, and I mean 8 years ago we met in that little basement cubicle thing, where Tranont
Yeah.
was formed, and I'm just remembering just the vision that was cast, what this could become, and like, man, it's really powerful what
Yeah.
we've been able to see evolve over these years. It's been amazing. So anyway,
Pretty cool.
honored to be here, and I'm so excited to be able to talk about these products just a little bit. I want to paint a picture for you wherever you might be viewing from. I do nerd out a little bit, so I have to apologize ahead of time. And Jeremy, you can just mute me if I go off the rails here, but I'm passionate about health and wellness. I wasn't as passionate about health and wellness until my wife experienced a near-death experience. Certain things like that, certain tragedies of life that get thrown at us, put into perspective the important things, And I think the reality behind investing in our health has never been more clear for me, especially what we've all collectively been through over the last few years. So I want to approach this from the perspective of a company that's doing it the right way. Because I grew up, my mom's a naturopathic physician. Okay. So I had access to a naturopathic pharmacy, which basically means the most complicated formulations and most expensive things you can find in holistic health. So I knew too much. I was on every kind of protocol under the sun because I was a kid with the health issues. But the reality is I was still dealing with a lot of health challenges. And my wife and I had been in a head-on collision, and that precipitated a lot of different things. And I needed hope again. I needed hope that there was something that would just fix it. Okay, this is the guys of Tranont. We're gonna fix it, right? We're gonna fix the health issues, the wealth issues. And I got that phone call to come check out this company called Tranont. And I'm telling you, I thought I knew what I knew until I saw this. And so keep an open mind as we go through this information, because really what Tranont is doing is it's putting us in front of some of the biggest waves of industry that we'll experience in our lifetime. Mr. Diebel talked about this wave of transitioning from analog phones into seeing the people we're on the other side of the phone with. And I honestly look at this list here, and this is right now what that was back then. There are industries in this list that are going from 50 to $500 billion in the next few years. we get to be a part of some of these things because Tranont puts us right in the middle of it. So what I like to think of is the products Tranont has, and we have 26. It would be crazy for me to try to cover them all. I'm only going to give you a highlight reel here, but we're capturing 60% of what consumers are spending their dollars on every month. And so we're not just typecast in weight management. We're not typecast in energy, fitness, or beauty. We're an ecosystem of high impact products that are going to change your quality of life. And the consumer of 2024 is not going to spend their money on some garbage synthetic that doesn't make a difference in how they feel. Tranont is innovating and it is ahead of the curve. In fact, it just won a Stevie's Award, considered to be the most innovative product set to have launched in 2024. So you don't have to take my word for it. I just have seen this, and we've launched each of these products over the course of 8 years. And having that clinic here in Oregon, we were able to watch how it changed people's lives one after another. And so here's a few fun notes, okay? Fun nerdy notes, okay? We do raw, whole food. No synthetics, no fillers. We're not messing with GMOs. We're not messing with artificial anything. The amount of companies that do raw and whole food has shrunk now to represent only 2% of the supplements you can even find in the world today. So we're very unique. Tranont product is one you're going to feel when you take it and one you're going to feel when you don't. I appreciate we own every formula. We source our ingredients. We manufacture it here in the US. Every ingredient goes through 3 stages of quality testing. And because of all those things, we are seeing testimonials like I've never experienced in 17 years of being in the holistic health space. So we have that transparency promise right on our website. I love that they abide by this. We have an amazing scientific advisory board. I love that they're great minds who are innovators, who are steering the direction of product development. But it all began with a product that changed the game for me so drastically. Like, I had digestive issues my whole life, you guys. Like, it's a little TMI. Sure, because it's the guys Tranont thing. We could get really TMI about digestive issues. We're gonna hold it back. I'm just gonna say, use your imagination. I was having a problem, and honestly, having a naturopath for a mom was not necessarily always the best thing because she's always like giving me new things to try. Nothing really made the difference until I found Enrich. I started being able to eat the foods I wanted to again. I ended up losing 40 pounds in my first 2 months. Okay. Not everyone's going to experience that, but for me, this was the key. And then what's so crazy is that stabbing sensation in my gut every day. Yeah, it went away day 1. And it's just crazy. So what is Enrich? It's a living enzyme. It's a pre and probiotic. So it's a 2-in-1 product. What I like about this is the living enzymes kind of restore life to the food that you eat. And so when we cook food past 114 degrees, it kills all the living stuff in that food, okay? Essentially, okay, we can all connect with this, right? When you cut an apple and you leave it on the counter, what happens? It's gonna brown, right? It's gonna
Camera.
yeah, those enzymes are gonna break it down. You put a McDonald's sandwich on the counter and you come back 10 years later, it's gonna look very similar to when you left it there. Why? Living and dead food. So the more dead food that we eat, the more it steals from our pancreatic reserves of enzymes. And that's where health begins and where disease begins as well. So if you want to impact your life in a really big way, get the gut online again. Now, we could talk science all day. I could pull some books behind me called The Enzyme Therapy. We could go over some of the most ridiculous statistics you've ever heard about enzymes. But I believe seeing is believing. So we're going to take the snack pack pudding, which is a highly processed, cooked food, if we want to call it that. I'm not going to call it food. Gelatinous, whatever. And we're going to take an Enrich enzyme, we're going to put it in there. Watch what happens. We're going to demonstrate the power of the Enrich enzymes using a snack pack pudding. As you can see, it's a solid. I turned it upside down here. I'm going to take one of these enzymes, crack it open, and stir in these raw enzymes that also have pre and probiotics. We're going to make sure this is really stirred around in here. These enzymes are designed to be taken before meals, so we're breaking down the carbs, the fats, the sugars, and the proteins so the body can actually absorb all the nutrients from the food and help with digestion. And so as you can see, this pudding is already going through a change. And literally in just about a minute and a half, it took a solid pudding and it liquefied it. I love being able to see the products that I'm taking every day
work right before my eyes. And that's one of the great features of Enrich is we get to demonstrate the power of enzymes here.
To the guests on the line, like I could see your eyes like go, like what? I was the same way. I was like, okay, but I also have some questions. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I had digestive issues, right? But I looked at this and I'm like, dude, it melted the pudding. It pre-digested that food. I was able to see the product working and that created belief. But what's so cool is, even though I had that 24-hour complete transformation with this product, I continue to experience the benefits from it.
Camera.
Exactly. Totally. Okay. We're gonna mute the lights. Sorry. And then what happened was 2 weeks into it, I hadn't been able to eat bread or anything with, like milk or cheese in it for 10 years. And so I'm like, I'm gonna go get a cheeseburger. And you know what? It did not send me into a spiral. I remember when I introduced this to my cousin, she wouldn't care if I said this. She actually got it because she had seen testimonials about plantar, whatever it's called. And so she was like, oh, I want to try that. And yeah, sure enough, it made a huge difference for her. She loved it and it changed her whole life. But she's like, that wasn't even the best part. She's like, my husband doesn't have gas anymore. And I think it saved our marriage. So, guys, if you're on here, just kidding. But that was a true testimonial. They have not been off the product in 8 years now. I love it. So that's one product. I want to give you a taste of another. It's called Mojo, and Mojo is about giving you more fuel in the tank. I think the reality is, if you survey the vast majority of people, they want to have energy that lasts through the day and they want to feel better. So what I love about Mojo, it's like a happy beverage that turns your brain on and gives you energy that lasts all day. And to be honest, like I feel like that happy boost I get from the PEA and that brain activation I get from the L-theanine, I actually rely on it in a really healthful way. Whereas I used to rely on coffee before, it never gave me any of the actual health benefits other than the crash and jitters. And so Mojo is a great replacement product. It's a coffee chocolate version, or we have a lemonade version as well. So if you're wanting to feel like the best version of you, try this stuff. It really actually makes a difference. On the other side of the spectrum, we know stress is the biggest enemy. Stress is trying to take you out, right? We're in this cortisol, fight or flight, nonstop, day in, day out, and your body needs time to recover. And so CBD does a great job at activating your body's endocannabinoid system, which overrides your nervous system, endocrine function, gut, immune, and it's going to make a huge difference in how you feel. And so some people, like I'll personally be the first to say, I didn't know that what I was dealing with was overwhelming anxiousness. I didn't know I didn't have words to put on it, but I would just shut down, right? I'd spiral. And so with this CBD product, it changed the game for me. And it's not an oil. It doesn't, it's a fluid. And so anyway, we have a couple different CBD offerings, but I love this one because it is just the raw, no additive, unique product like it is. So that's one way you can really support. Also sleep quality and a lot of different things. So giving you the tour here, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the collagen. Collagen is unbelievable in its ability to cross demographic lines. So yes, it was number one for 4 years in a row because it's like a wrinkle squeegee. Just let that sink in for a minute. But I mean, like for real though, it's crazy the kind of testimonials that we got. Yes, on the face, but also other places too. And and also we know collagen helps with hair and nails, but collagen is also what makes us move. It is the flexibility that we have. So our joints, our connective tissue. Like I don't see the chiropractor anymore. I used to wear a sacroiliac belt. No, I can't believe I said that publicly, but like for real, I would get an adjustment once, twice, or maybe 3 times a week. And then I started using Glow collagen. And all of a sudden I was holding my adjustments. My knees don't hurt like they did. So this product is amazing for all the different things. And by the way, if you've tried any of these formulas, would you in the comments section just drop your testimonial just so the guests can be like, okay, it's not just this Jeff guy who's like never sees a chiropractor anymore, can eat cheeseburgers now, and helped his cousin not have gas. There's so many ways to use these products. We even have a one-step skincare called Rejuvenate. I'm not sure why my video is all choppy tonight, but there's just so many different ways that you can support your health and beauty and that whole experience leading up to what has kind of taken the main stage, you guys. This is probably the most innovative product set that I've ever come in contact with. I can't even believe that we landed this. I remember when we were forced to put our cell phones in a box and walk back into a room because we had landed a product that was so revolutionary. It had never been done before. And sure enough, it didn't take very long. It didn't even take a whole year for us to be awarded the #1 most innovative GLP-1 product set on the market today. So this is comprised of two products. One is going to be Transform, which is a capsule that actually turns excess sugar into fiber. This has never actually been done before. This is a plant enzyme. It's 10 years in the making. It's absolutely unbelievable what it does. It creates amazing results for people. Like Jeremy was mentioning in the beginning, anyone with metabolic dysfunction or insulin resistance, which comprises about 88% of us, needs to be on Transform. It will convert 50 to 90% of a meal's glucose into fiber. And it doesn't matter if you have that issue right now. Statistically, a third of the population is already in pre-category. And if 88% has that, it's a good idea to convert sugar into fiber anyway, because sugar is also trying to kill us. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first product. It's unbelievable. I put a glucose monitor on. All of a sudden, my spikes, which were not 170, they were 252. My dips were in the 40s. The alarm would go off in church. I'd be like, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to turn my phone off. And I went on Transform, and all of a sudden, it balanced out. And I've never been the same since. It's amazing. And there's a lot of emotion in this one for me because I didn't even know I was a statistic. How many people do you think out there don't even know that this is something that's going on for them? So that's one product. The second product is called Activate. And I actually want to bring on a mentor of mine to share on this. Activate is a GLP-1 product that is not like the weight loss shot because it's made from plants and it supports your body in producing its own GLP-1. And that's so gentle and it's so powerful when we can use plants and harness the power of plants to support the body and actually being brought back into balance. So you reset that metabolism, you're going to keep those results. And that, I think, is why this approach with the daily health system has been so phenomenal. And so I get to bring on none other than my friend and mentor, Mr. Darren Dowd. Okay, talk to us about Activate, because I know that we were just in Thailand like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, dude, Darren's like, I mean, he's lost some weight there, man. So it's been pretty amazing, dude.
Oh, that's great, man. It's awesome to hear everybody on the line, and yeah, just my testimony to Activate. It's just a phenomenal product, and pretty much for the last, I don't know, when you start getting over the 30s, you start getting in your 40s. For me, my body started changing, and to the point to where I was maintaining a weight level of about 220, 225, and everything at that level was just not working for me. And I had higher blood pressure to the point where no matter what I was doing, I would be working out, eating better, whatever. My body just felt like it was resistant to just losing weight. Okay. So I didn't gain much more than that, but I would just stay there and just be like stuck. And when this product launched back in March, April, I mean, it was a game changer for me. I took on the challenge. I took on the DHS system, and the results I started having were incredible. And over the first 6 to 8 weeks, you guys, the pounds just started shedding off. My blood pressure, in addition to that was running in the high 150s over, lower 100s, which is not good at all, to the point where I was able to drop over a period of 4 or 5 months, a consistent just weight loss every single month, down to my goal weight of 200 pounds. I really wanted to lose about 20, 25 pounds, and not just lose it like in water weight, which I've done before. You go out and work hard or do some things, but I wanted it to just be natural and come off and stay off. And that's what it's absolutely done. And what's amazing about my blood pressure, guys, in addition to losing the weight, Blood pressure is down in the normal ranges. In fact, typically it's running 110 over 70, 110 over 72. And for me, my doctor was just like unbelievable. Like, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Like, it's working. In addition to that, I made a little video a couple weeks ago, or maybe it's been a couple months ago now, but I couldn't believe also, in addition to not just to the weight loss, but what I've never had happen is inches actually come off my waist. And I have this belt, this leather belt that's just been my favorite belt. And I hate to get a new one. And even though I ran out of belt things for it, I had to go out, and I made a little video out of it. I actually had to add 4 new notches to that belt because I've lost right around 5 inches in my waist, 4.5 to 5 inches just in my waist, in addition to the weight loss. So, I mean, not only is it feeling better, everything's working. It's a simple process. In fact, for me, I take quite a few of the Tranont products, but it's a game changer for me to get up, make my Activate. I actually put our Glow Marine Collagen in with it, and the Fortify, which is just some great products. Take it all at the same time, and it's phenomenal. So if you're looking for those kind of benefits, you got to try the Activate and see what it does for you. But anyways, thank you, Jeff, for having me come on.
Dude, that's so good. I can personally vouch for the fact that Darren would have his Activate in a shaker bottle in the transports as we were driving in Bali, and it's the craziest thing ever. He was holding on to it as we were going in these crazy. Anyway, it was just so cool because these products really do change your life to the point where you're like, I can't live without the stuff. And we all know from a business perspective, like, when you have high impact products like this, you can create retention, and with retention, you can create so many things. And to talk a little bit about that, because the platform is what we're doing isn't just a service. It's not just a thing. It's not just something. What we're doing, you can actually completely become passionate about because it's changing lives. On the business front, it's the same thing. And so we have the best of both worlds here with being able to go out and impact lives with the health. But man, wait till you see this plan. Mr. Jeremy Diebel, I want to say thank you again for having me on. Thank you for inspiring me in your journey and what you did to really carve out a place in this industry for me and my wife. I've been following you for so many years, and I'm going to pass it back to you, my friend. Thanks again for hosting this tonight.
Had to get unmuted there. Okay. So perfect. I'm over here trying to be the admin, but Jeff, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it, buddy. And look, you guys, Jeff and his wife, Catherine Belleville, are just absolutely amazing people. They've helped a lot of people not only to change their life from a health perspective for many, many years they've been doing that, but also from a financial perspective. And if you get a chance to spend any time with them, if you're working directly with them, you literally won the lottery. They are amazing people. I don't think I've worked with people that have as big a hearts as Jeff and Catherine, and they're truly amazing. So Jeff, thank you for jumping on tonight, my friend. Again, Darren Dowd, you guys. Darren's got a little bit of a struggle in his voice. We wanted him to, and we may bring him back up here in a little bit because you have to hear Darren's financial story as well. He is an absolute legend in this industry and has done just mind-blowing things. So if his voice will hold up, we're going to bring him back up here in just a little bit. But I'm going to dive right in. I want to talk to you about how the money works. Now, as I do this, or before I dive in to how the money flows, okay, I want to just ask all of the associates, if you're already on board with us, okay, hold off on the comment section for just a little bit. If you're brand new for the first time, go ahead and drop in that you're a guest. Mindy's making a list for the drawing, and I know she's probably already gone through there and has a lot, but go ahead and put your name, just put in there guest, and Mindy will sort that out. But it'll be a lot easier if the associates can hold off for a little bit on the comments, and then we can kind of get that list set up for the drawing. So, you guys, I am so fired up about what I'm going to share with you guys here for the next few minutes. Again, I've been a business owner my entire married life. I've never really ever been able to have a job, but nothing that I've ever done compares to what we do right now, because it allows for freedom. It's one thing to go make money. That's one thing. You can have all kinds of businesses to go make money. But typically with most businesses, the bigger they get, the more they own you versus you owning it. It's a whole nother ballgame to go out and build a residual income where the bigger this business gets, the more freedom you have, the more lifestyle you're able to have and enjoy and be able to really do the things that you want to do. So, like I said earlier, this business is no different than any business out there. Okay, take a grocery store or a gas station. Okay, if you own a grocery store, the more volume that the grocery store does, the more money that you're going to make. Same thing with the gas station. The more volume, the more money that you can make. So everything that we do is simply based off of volume. Now, I'm sure you're familiar with affiliate marketing, where you represent a parent company. You could represent any company out there. Everything is shifting to social selling. And that's really what we're talking about tonight is social selling. And if you are not on board with social selling, I am telling you, this is absolutely the wave of the future. Everything is shifting this way. It's happening on such a massive scale over in Asia right now. If you follow Gary Vee is screaming from the top of his lungs that social selling is the next wave. And we are on the forefront. We've been doing this for years. And not only do we have product and services, but you have a company, you're partnered with a company that handles all of the back end pain in the butt stuff. All we have to do is generate volume. They handle the shipping, the returns, the credit card processing. They handle all of that. Okay, so if you're looking for an opportunity to make money, and I'm talking big money, then you need to pay attention, because if you want 2025 to be your very best year ever, now is the time, and you're at the very forefront of a company that is literally setting the pace in this social selling revolution, and with products that everybody wants, needs, and will use every day. Okay, so we're going to teach you how to actually use your phone and social media to actually start to generate income and to create some freedom in your life. We have a system that literally we can teach you everything you need to know. It's really a done for you social media system. Just kind of sign up for it, and we give you all of the instructions on what you need. We also have a Tranont Go app, which has all of the information about products and videos and the opportunity, everything, allowing you to share this opportunity with people and really drive your income up as well. So really fast, there are 3 ways that we actually make money. Okay, there are 3 ways that you can make money. The first one is through going out and acquiring customers. That's the first one. So when you go out and if you just simply want to sell products, okay, great. You can earn anywhere from $7 to $10 off of every product sold. Okay, so you sell a bottle of Enrich, you sell a bottle of Activate, depending on the price of the bottle will determine if it's $7 or $10. So there's a great way to make money there. Okay, the second way is through bonuses. Okay, you can go out and you can earn bonuses. We have our 6 and 2 bonus promotion happening right now, where you go acquire 6 customers and 2 business partners. You can actually earn right at about $5,000 in your first 120 days in added bonuses. Okay, these are just added incentives to help you get your business started quickly. So we also have our launch bonuses where you can earn some extra money there. And there are builder bonuses that you can earn within your first 270 days. There's 19,000 extra dollars on the table there. So the reality is, with the bonus structure, the faster you run, the more you go into attack mode. If you kind of toe dip and stuff, then you're probably going to miss out on some of this money. But if you want to make money right now, if you want to go out and make some extra cash for Christmas, there's absolutely no reason why you can't go out and in the next couple of weeks generate some really incredible income for yourself. So there's a lot of money on the table there. Now, let me explain how this 6 and 2 works, because this is really the foundation of everything that we do. Okay, so all of remember, all of the money comes from the products being sold or consumed in some sort of fashion. Okay, so you need customers. Every business has to have customers. So you simply go out and when you sign up with Tranont, you have your own business. And so you need to go get some customers. So let's say you go get 6 customers. Okay. Well, as you sell those products, okay, you can earn those retail bonuses. And let's say that you went out and you got your 6 customers. Well, depending on let's say you got them on some of our great bundle deals that we have there. Well, that could be up to, a little over $200 there in bonuses. But then let's say you go out and you get 2 people. Okay. Now I want you to think about something. Do you know 2 people that in 2025 want to make some more money? Maybe want to create some more freedom in their life. They want to increase their income, have a side hustle. Who doesn't want to make more money? So we'll walk you through and teach you. The person invited here will help you go talk to those 2 people, get them on board. Well, when you get them on board, you could earn, let's say another $50 in bonuses there. But then you have your 6 and 2 bonus as well, which is $400. Now that $400 is a special little bonus that you can go out and earn in your first 30 days. However, you could do that twice in your first 30 days and pick up another 400 on top of that. Okay. So if all you did was go get 6 customers, get a couple people signed up, and you earned your 6 and 2 bonus, that's $654 right there. If you added another 6 and 2 in your first 30 days, that'd be, just a little over $1,000. Now, if you maintain that for 270 days, there's an additional, a little over $2,000 that's on the table as well. So it's a great way for you to get started and to really jumpstart your business. Now, this foundation of 6 and 2 is all we do. We're going to go get 6 customers, get a couple business partners. Now, your 2 business partners, all you're going to do is teach them how to do exactly what you did. Okay. Now, let me explain how this all works. Okay. So the very first position we have is called Jade. We also call it the Jeep position, because if you want to go out and buy a Jeep and you decide to put the Tranont logos on them, then Tranont will actually pay you extra money for driving the Jeep with their logos on. It's kind of a little marketing bonus as well. Okay. It starts out at $250 a Jeep stipend and maxes out at $500 a month. So look, it's not, if you go out and buy a Rubicon and you lift and put all kinds of stuff on, it's not going to pay the whole payment, but it's going to offset a little bit of that. So all you have to do is take your 2 business partners. Okay. Those 2 people that want to make more money in 2025, between you and them, go out and generate 1,300 points in group volume. Now, how you do that is you go get a six customers and 2 business partners. Then you simply help one of those people go get their 6 customers and 2 business partners, and you'll actually be Jade and be Jeep qualified. So it's really pretty amazing. Now, this right here, I'm talking fast because I want to make some introductions here really fast. But you just need to understand how simple the money is and how this really works. Okay. So this is our compensation plan. The beautiful thing is, like I said, the more you move over to the right-hand side of this comp plan, the more freedom you have in your life. But we're going to focus on this green line. Okay. The green line is the money. And then the black line below that is the volume. It's the group volume, or the requirements that you need in order to qualify for the money. So if you look at Jade, the first one on the left there, we already talked about that. You and your team go generate 1,300 points in group volume. Then between the Jeep stipend and the Jeep stipend, $350, and then I think I misspoke. I think I said it was $250. It's $350, and then the set pay is $250. So there's your $600. Now you go help a couple people become Jade, or go help a couple people become Jade, and now you're at Opal. Okay, so your income jumps up to $750. You see 2 people that got 1,300, it's 26. It's simple. Okay. Now, by the time you go out, and let's say that you help about 7 or 8 people become a Jade. When you help about 7 or 8 people, you're going to hit this Ruby position. You can see there's 10,000 in volume, and that would make $2,000 in income. You got $500 for the Jeep stipend plus $1,500 in income. Now, as long as you have that group volume, so imagine that you get your customers on auto ship, okay? and they're using those products. They see the value in the products. They're getting results like Mr. Dowd talked about. They're going to stay on those products. And as long as they stay on auto ship and they order those products and you do that 10,000 in volume, that money's going to come in month after month, year after year, as long as you generate that volume. So it's really incredible. So now once you become a Ruby, all you're going to do is help other people to do what you've done. So now here's the beautiful thing is you lived through it. You know what to do, help them to do exactly what you did. So think about it. Okay, you went and got 6 customers, 2 business partners. Now you helped one person go get their 6 customers and 2 business partners. You became a Jade. Now you're going to help those people become a Jade. You lived through it. You know what to do. Help a few people become Jade, get good at helping people become a Jade, and boom, you become a Ruby. Now take those same people that you help become a Jade, help them to become a Ruby. You help 5 people become a Ruby, and now you're an Emerald. Now look at that. $9,000 a month, month after month, year after year, as long as they're, generating that volume. This line above it, these are added bonuses. There's actually positions in between Pearl and Ruby where if you hit the volume in between here, you can, bam, get a little bit of extra money. Hit a little bit of volume in between Ruby and Sapphire, there's more money. So these are added bonuses as you're moving through the comp plan that you can actually qualify and earn. So, once you become an Emerald, help 5 more people. So it's a total of 10 people, and you will become a Diamond. So that's $17,000 a month. Again, the beautiful thing is, if you get good at helping people be on auto ship and they see the value in the products and they use the products and they get results from the products, they're not going to get off the products. These are products that people want, need, and use every single day, and you can create an incredible lifestyle and an incredible residual income from. Mr. Jeff Belleville is over here at this red diamond level here. You just heard from one of the top leaders in the company. Jeff is at the blue diamond position. We got to back up here. And Darren Dowd is at the blue diamond position, along with my friend Donnie Carroll. Now, I would love for you to hear from one of my really good friends, Donnie Carroll. Donnie, let me find you here, my friend. I'm going to stop my screen. Let me get you. There he is.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. So, first of all, you guys, let me just tell you a little bit about Donnie and his wife, Tina. You guys, they have probably the fastest growing organization in the entire company. They are helping so many people change their lives, and they are some of the most dynamic leaders I've ever had the opportunity of working with. They've literally broken records and just done so many incredible things. And I love Donnie and Tina like my brother and my sister. They're absolutely amazing and have done just insane things. But I want you to hear from Donnie and hear his story. So, Mr. Carroll, I will turn it over to you, sir.
Thank you, Jeremy. And back at you. Right prior to this starting, we were on, and it was a little over 2 years ago that Tina and I jumped on a Zoom with Darren Dowd, Jeremy Diebel, Darren and his beautiful wife, Jeremy, his beautiful wife, Clay, and we embarked on this journey with Tranont. We were not new to this industry. We had been in this industry for about 6 years when we made the decision to come here. My wife is the one who primarily worked the business. I have worked in corporate America for almost 30 years, out there grinding it out, part of the pyramid scheme. Hey, here's the good news. I was next to the top. I reported right to the CEO, making multiple 6 figures a year. And my wife did this thing, and it was cool, right? A little story she shares is after 1 month in the industry, I went to her and I said, "Hey, babe," I said, "Look, we spent more money than we made last month, so I don't think this is going to work out." And if you've ever met my wife, you know that didn't go over too well. It went over kind of like one of those things in a punch bowl that you may hear about. She looked me in the eye and she said, "I didn't join this industry just to make money, but to change people's lives." And she did well, but it was really a kind of a roller coaster for about 6 years. There were points in time when I could have walked away from my corporate job But neither one of us quite felt secure in that until Tranont. I'm excited to share that as of September 1st, I'm no longer part of the pyramid. I'm out of the pyramid scheme now, where my time is owned, where I can't spend time with my grandkids, where I have to miss, I can only go on vacations and I have to request that. I now own my time. This last month, 23 of the days we spent either in Hawaii, Florida, or California. And we have been traveling ever since the 1st of September and not worrying about what we bought or what money that we spent because of that residual income that Jeremy spoke about. Now, again, I was working for a Fortune 50 company as an executive making multiple six figures in that role. So to walk away from that, I'll just tell you that speaks. We have 5 grandchildren, 3 kids, and we are what they have. They rely on us. If anything tragic happened where they can't afford it, and we know how the economy is, they count on us. Not only have I been able to retire, I love my new Jeep Rubicon 392. That's Tina's Jeep. It's got the Hemi. If you ever see her coming, then you'll see her going by very quickly, as well as a Grand Wagoneer to haul all the grandkids around. We have taken family vacations. We have done things that just a couple of years ago, if you'd have told me a couple of years ago we would be where we're at today, I would wonder what you were on. And it wouldn't be some of our products. It would be something probably illegal. But this industry, this company has changed our life. And like I said, we were a part of some other companies, and I have never in my life seen the support, the love. You heard from Jeremy. You heard about Jeremy. You heard about Darren. And I mean, they're 8-figure earners in the industry. They don't have to get on these Zooms and do this. They don't have to answer our phone calls. And in a lot of companies, they won't. Here, they're leading from the front. They lead by example. When you have a question, you get an answer. The systems, it's plug and play. And here's what we work from. We work from our phones wherever you want to go. Wherever you want to go. Not only, I think on top of these things, and I may get emotional, but to be able to give our son a Jeep for his birthday. I mean, who can do that? I know, again, a couple of years ago, I mean, we couldn't give away cars to our kids. We couldn't take them out. I just took my son-in-laws all shopping for their wives for Christmas. Things are tight. They bought homes, and I mean, they're just getting by. To take them shopping, and they're like, well, what's our limit? I'm like, well, what does she want? And they wanted some nice stuff, and that's cool, right? But I didn't have to worry about that. This company has been a game changer for us. I can't say enough things about Darren, Jeremy, Clay, Jeff, their spouses, and that's just the top of the company. And when they're supporting, they lead by example, and we all do that same thing. It's a cascading effect with this company. It's literally changed our lives. And like I said, we were a part of some other organizations, didn't see this success that we wanted to see, that we felt like we deserved. Here, the comp plan, and everybody says, oh, I have the best comp plan. Do you know that Tina has an account and I also have an account? So if you're on here and you're a husband and wife, or if you're a wife, you can have an account with your spouse. I mean, that's crazy. So that green line, not only she's the red diamond over there, and I'm a diamond, and she's the one that has worked this business primarily up until now. I've supported her, but there's nothing like it out there. There's absolutely nothing like it out there. So, whoever invited you to this, you may have some more questions and stuff, because I know we're trying to respect your time. Do yourself a favor, reach out to that person after this call, reach out to them, get your questions answered. you do not want to walk away from this opportunity. It will change your life. Back to you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me on too, brother.
Donnie, you are awesome. I appreciate it, brother. You are the man. And again, what an amazing story. So, you guys, I want you to hear from again from Mr. Darren Dowd, because his story is absolutely phenomenal. And he's a blue diamond, not just a blue diamond, but he's literally leading the company from the very foundation of it, pretty much. And there isn't anybody better that probably knows this business better than Mr. Darren Dowd. So, sir, I'm going to turn it over to you, my friend.
Awesome. Awesome. Oh, my voice holds out here, but yeah, I have definitely a few comments, and I just want to give it back to Jeremy and all the men and everybody on this call just for putting this together. Because you guys, you've seen a lot of information, a lot of numbers, possibly a lot of, things that you've seen, and a lot of things spinning in your mind. But one of the things I want to ask you is you just kind of take a breath and let everything you see tonight, just kind of settle in, and know that whoever invited you on to this presentation tonight obviously really cares about you. And I'm so thankful for 18 plus years ago that Mr. Jeremy Diebel and his wife, we didn't have this technology. It was through the phone, but they just hounded us to take a look at an opportunity. I'm so thankful we did, because what I'm going to challenge each and every one of you is when you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror. This is what I did. I would get up every single morning, look in the mirror, and I would just sit there and wonder, am I going to be doing what I'm doing for the rest of my life? Am I going to be doing what I'm doing for the next 20 years, 30 years, 40 years? And I was a hard worker. I was supporting the family, and I might even be speaking to somebody that's a stay-at-home mom like my wife was. And when you wake up in the morning, yes, you're happy, you're home, you're with the kids, you're raising a family, whatever you're doing. But when you look at your whole life, whether it's your husband that was at work, which I was doing, getting up at 2 a.m, getting home at 10 at night, the quality of life just wasn't there. And that was the main focus. We made a decent income, but the quality of life, and for me personally, looking in the mirror, I could not picture myself doing what I was doing almost even one more day, because I felt like I was going to die. I was working so much. I was just working and working and working, and I was missing everything. And so for me, when I got invited to a presentation like this, I was in a position where I just wanted to be a dad. I wanted to be somebody that, I had 4 kids for a reason, and I wanted to get home with my family, whatever that took. And when I say, not necessarily retired, but what I retired from after I saw this presentation or something similar like this was the opportunity I never knew that existed. All I knew is that I would get up at 2 a.m. and get home at 10 at night. I did that in traditional business, punching a clock, being a W-2er. I did it in several businesses that I owned, even my own businesses. And it just felt like to make more money, I had to just work more hours and work and work and work. And when I saw something like this, and I really, later dissected and really understood what it was being laid out, like you're seeing tonight. I just kind of looked through it. I didn't have to really understand everything. What you've seen tonight is amazing products. It's the vehicle. That's what you got to concentrate on. Is this vehicle going to take care of my family? Is this vehicle something that would bring me home with my family like it did for me within a very short period of time, about 9 months of yes, working my regular business, but working this on the side kind of as a multiple stream of income in the beginning, but really setting myself up to say, man, this residual income is incredible. Like what we are being shared with tonight is the opportunity that you go to work. Most people go to work, they get paid, they go to work and get paid, but when you don't go to work, you don't get paid. Or, what you're looking at is something that you're building as a business. You don't have all the back end. The company's doing everything for you. We're getting the customers, we're building it, and it's building residually. Once people get on these products, guys, they love them. They order them over and over and over again, and that generates billing volume, that generates building a company within this company, and it generates a compensation plan that you can work through. And you saw figures on there as little as just a few $100s a month to, you guys, hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, and we've done everything from the beginning to the end. And I want to tell you, before I saw this amazing opportunity 18 years ago, I just felt like I was an average person. You guys had 4 kids in 5 years. You guys, I was a book fair salesman. Before that, I used to wash dishes. I used to be a cook. I'm just an average person with 4 kids. I didn't have any special skills. I'd never done anything else before, but I was so thankful for somebody like Mr. Jeremy Diebel and other mentors like you see on this line, that paved the way. And all I needed to be as a student, we have all the training in place. They told me exactly what I needed to do. And I literally just went out and copied and duplicated, just like you see in this 6 and 2. What's being presented to you is you gather more intel and follow up with the people that invited you. It's not complicated, you guys. You take a little bit of your work ethic, you apply it to this model, and it builds upon builds and upon builds. And that's how you really break it down simply. But the coolest thing it did for me, you guys, is within about 9 months of just duplicating a simple system like this, being an average person, not knowing anything, and just followed the system of the company, followed the system of the leaders, like Mr. Jeremy Diebel was teaching you tonight and teaching and taught me, and followed that. And it really, what it did is it brought me out of the corporate world. It brought me out of my own businesses and really brought me home with my family. I don't want to say retired, but it put about 40 to 60 more hours a week back in my life, to be with my family, to start building and start, building this generational wealth and all the things that we can teach you in the Tranont model. I believe it's an incredible story, and some people, they're all about the money. Some people are all about whatever. I just wanted to be a dad. I actually just wanted to be able to coach my son's football team. I was like, man, if I could just be able to do that, I would be a huge win for me in what I was doing. So obviously it escalated from there. My wife and I dove in, became passionate about helping people because I knew if we could do it, we could teach tens of thousands and now hundreds of thousands of people across the world and all the countries we've expanded into how to do the exact same thing. And sometimes I look in the mirror now and I'm just like, wow, I'm just that average person still, but just got the information and actually did something with it, didn't sit on it, got started, got with the mentors, got with the person that invited me and said, what do I do? Let's go. And that's exactly what we did, you guys. And I'm just so thankful for the industry, so thankful for each and every one of these leaders on here, Donnie and Clay and Jeff and Jeremy, for all of you putting this together tonight, just sharing our stories, because that's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know that I was working with the A team, and I can tell you that everybody I just mentioned on this, as far as the leadership that implemented this call, what I can tell you guys is you're learning from the best of the best, and that sometimes can be very rare, whether that's in a business that you own or somewhere where you're working, is to be able to be mentored and trained by people that have paved the way, that are investing time in you is phenomenal. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. I got a lot to this story, but we don't have a lot of time. And I want to give it back to Mr. Jeremy Diebel. I know he's going to close out possibly with this drawing and maybe say a few words, but you guys thankful for letting me share my story, and I'll hand it back to Jeremy.
Darren, thank you very much, my friend. So first of all, Darren's an 8-figure earner. Him and I have been building and working side by side since 2005. My wife and his wife go back to when they were 13 years old, and they've been best friends ever since. And there's very few people on the planet that I trust and love like Mr. Dowd. And I know we've gone a little long. I know we've gone little long, but I'm going to ask you just to bear with us. This is only your financial future that we're talking about here. So, we got an hour. We're going to go an hour and 10 minutes. I think your financial future is worth an extra 10 minutes. Look, if you want 2025 to be your best financial year ever, where you actually can build total freedom in your life, just imagine having time and money together, being able to travel and do the things that you want to do, and never having to say money may I. That's what we're talking about. So hang on, because I got one other gentleman I need to introduce you to, because he's actually at the executive blue diamond position, and just an absolute stud of a man. Him and his wife have been successful in business before this. They've been incredible with the whole social selling and online sales, probably the masters of it. So anyway, Mr. Richardson, I'm going to turn it over to you, my friend. Thanks for jumping on with us tonight.
Hey, thanks, Jeremy. And thanks, for letting me be on tonight, and especially be in this group with y'all. Even though like we are leaders on leaders, like we still learn from everybody, especially at your level. So being on something like this, I don't take for granted. So just want to say thank you, and everybody else that has already spoken, pretty much kind of closing it out tonight. But man, yeah, I've just kind of reiterate what everybody has already said tonight. These guys are top notch, and they really know their stuff. So as everybody does, you like talking about money. I love it, right? We started out in the industry not really knowing what to do or how to really focus our money or kind of how to plan. And I think that's a major fail that the industry has is you go out and you work, you save, but then, oh, I want a new purse. Oh, let's go get a new truck. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. And if you don't actually have a plan set up, you burn it within a year and you don't even realize what's going on. So that was another really main thing that we liked about Tranont is at first it was a wealth company, right? So they already have like the Jeep stipends, they have the insurance policies, they have the now the prescription, like they have so many different ways for you to retain your money and save it and make your money work for you, right? So what we've done is we do work, we are at an upper level position, but once you get to a certain point, yes, the money is good, right? Everyone likes money, but your passion kind of changes a little bit, right? Yes, we're set, but at what point does your passion change? So let's go help others. Let's go donate to the church. Let's go, do mission trips and this and that. That's when it really gets exciting when you're helping other people, not just lining your own pockets, right? So one thing that I want to just kind of go back a little bit on is we've instilled really kind of what to do with your money and how to save it with our children, and even kind of flooded over with our family and friends. Like they approach us on, hey, what should we do with this? What should we, or how should we set this up or that? So, but there's so many different avenues you can go with, and on retaining your money and this residual income and making it work for you, right? So we chose real estate, and there's several different ways you can go, but I just kind of wanted to touch on that a little bit on like not all about you. Once you get to a certain level, turn it around and start helping other people, right? Because that's really what matters at the end of the day. So anyway, just wanted to say I appreciate being back on. Like I said, I agree and reiterate exactly everything everybody already said. That's about it. Thanks, Jeremy. Y'all have a good
Hey,
night.
thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. You are the man. I appreciate it. Okay, guys, we've got just two other things we're going to do really, really fast. And we're going to do a drawing. But look, you've heard a lot of great stories. We're talking every possible background you can imagine, and they've gone out and done things from corporate, from business owners, from being a book salesman. We got holistic guys. I was a shopping cart repairman, believe it or not. And yes, there's somebody that does that. And I went out and we made this thing happen. So I don't care what your background is. I don't care, what you've been through. If you want to make a change, there's absolutely no reason why you can't do it. And so if you're sitting here wondering, okay, how do I get started? Let me just show you. It's very, very simple. And the person that invited you here, they are going to actually kind of walk you through the whole process. And look, yeah, there's a lot of money, but we also like to play. Okay, I do want to highlight this really fast. Look, it's going to take a lot of work to get to the top position. When you look at Jeff and Donnie and Darren and Clay, and you hear their stories. Yeah, they're killing it. And you get to see their lifestyle now, but what you don't see is the grind that they went through to get there. So it's a lot of work. Make no mistake about that. This is not a get rich quick deal. This is something you're going to work very, very hard at. And if anybody ever tells you you're going to make the kind of money that we're talking about here without some serious effort, you need to run from people like that. Because it's just not reality. So yeah, we're gonna work hard, but we also like to play hard. We have incentive trips you can go on every year. Tranont just took all of their top people to Thailand. Last year we were in Italy. The year before that, Greece. We've been to Mexico. I don't know how many times, and it's just absolutely incredible. So if you like to play, then you're in the right place. But how you get started? It's very, very simple. There's the builder bundle for $499, or there's a starter bundle for $299, and you get some products with that, and then you also get your partnership with Tranont, your back office, and you get the support of a company that handles all of the pain in the butt stuff. All you have to do is go out, promote the products, promote the opportunity, and the more volume you generate, the more money you're going to make. It's absolutely so simple. So again, get with the person that invited you on here, and they can walk you through the whole sign up process and get you started that way. And we'd love to connect with you as well.